Hello, this is Josh Pasmore with New Paradigm Groundwork, and we're doing an introduction onboarding process. What this looks like is you will have been introduced to the project through a friend or team member. They will have regrouped you, or you have gotten on a call where you were regrouped. You will be sent a link to a README first document. From there, you will prepare yourself, jump on a call, and work out of your projects folder. I'm going to start you right here and walk you through this process. If you haven't gone through the first process, you will have to before you go to this document. So anyhow, in this document right here, it says read first. Okay, so the instructions on how to use these folders. Number 1, please go to the project you are a part of here. So when you click on that, you'll see, and it also says, get familiar with team members, create your own video. Okay, pretty much that's what it says. So you go, okay, I'm part of, let's say you're part of the tribe match. It'll give you instructions on how to use this folder specifically. Basically, you're going to put your name in, your email, a YouTube video, a link to a YouTube video intro, which is explained up here on how to make that, your website, etc. Other people will have theirs here that are on your team. These teams are usually only about 6 people, so you want to get familiar with everyone on your team, and you want to fill out this information. Pretty simple stuff. And then you go back to here, and you go, okay, well, you'll see a CSV file. You go, okay. You want to fill this out too. And as you can see, there's some things, source, where you fit in, the next steps. This guy's done really good. I don't know. I can help with production of the pilot. I can help with Zoom platform. So he's really taken that seriously. What project have you been assigned to? Cultural collaboration is one of them. And make sure you put that on what project you're working on. All right, it's really simple. Just fill that out. And then feel free to include yourself in the resource sharing. So you'll click on that, and you can, what you have to share, what you need, why, how it will help. This helps us to be able to help each other while we're doing all these other things. Okay, and then you're back in this document. You've made a video by this time. You've added yourself to the CSV. You've gone to your project in that project section and added your information on that on those pages in your project. You've studied the other team members, and now you'll want to contact the person who sent you the link to this document. Okay, add a parenthesis on that. Now, there's some etiquette you're going to want to know. Do not change anything in the Google Docs besides what you adding your information. Changes are made on group calls through peer proposal process. This is a proposal. We might ask someone to make a proposal, and we would vote on that. Say, okay, that looks good enough for now, add it to the docs. That would be another way. The third way would be as if there's a specialist, someone that really knows about that exact thing, whatever that may be, they would possibly create some stuff within the Google Docs on their own and not have to get it checked. We could still check it and talk with them about it, of course. Okay, so another etiquette. Don't invite anyone to any group without them going through the proper process and decided upon by the whole team. So we have small, efficient teams of the right people, and we really want to get this part down really good. And we want them to be caught up and go through the proper process. We don't want chaos. We don't want to have to repeat. So this is really what we're trying to create a whole new paradigm. Okay, Prior to going on calls, be sure you are up to date on the call agenda. Read the email before titled This Week's Call Update. The person that makes the emails that happen before your call, that are like give you points of the call and tell you about the call, it will be titled This Week's Call Update. Make sure to read that before the call. And we'll also send you a Google Calendar invite that'll have the same thing. Talk to your project facilitator if you feel you have not made each call and need to be caught up to speed. Once again, we want to be all caught up to speed so we're not having to fill people in during our calls, which have their own agendas. And be sure to be update on protocol for calls. This is more etiquette. And this is something we're developing, and this is why it's in a separate folder. Observe, understand, accept action. So this is where it goes through the emails and how this whole process works. And so different kind of calls, introduction, informative, brainstorming calls, and how those look. Okay, so get familiar with that. And this is our groups once again. And one thing about these is we have our master website, which is a conglomeration of trying to create a master website, so different website experts that are out there to not have to repeat each other's efforts, but create something that really can work for everyone, that fulfills all our needs. TribeMatch is one of those. A legal structure, so we have churches and different things we're looking at. Cryptocurrency is a project. We're doing this by project basis. We're doing a philanthropist call out, we're doing a resource call out. This is funds for everybody. Land acquisition, people to take care of facilitating that. We're moving into a headquarters. And so we want a group to be able to design that for us and make sure that that experience is done really well. Cultural collaboration is another one. So we're doing it by project, and there's an invisible boundary between groups and logos and people, and when you break it down into project, you release those boundaries as long as you're on an understanding of what you're doing together and you're not competing or cheating, and so this is the structure is we're getting on the same page, and we're making sure that we're going to take turns, we're not going to cheat, and we're having a fun time playing the game, whatever game that is. These are all different games. There's going to be people coming from different companies that are going to be understanding different ways of calls, but we're going to get really in the same groove. And so we'll be playing the game as a metaphor, and we'll know how to take turns, and we won't have to tell the person to pick up the dice and roll and wait for them and have them take a long turn. People will know what to do when they get to the call, no matter which game it is. There's a process for playing the game, and we're all on that same page. And that's what this is about. So you'll work out of your specific project folders, and that's it. And that's the real simple use of our Google Documents. I'm sure it will get a little bit more complex as we go. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the New Paradigm group.